Good evening, guys, and welcome back to another video here in Mexico. Today we are in the city of Culiacan, which is a big city in the province of Sinaloa, and it's supposed to have some really good food. So I'm so excited to share it with you guys in today's video. It's gonna be a food day, it's gonna be a food tour. Let's start eating because I am absolutely starving. First stop of the day, we've come to a place known as Taqueria Hermanos Aragon, and they're right in the center of the city. But look at these tacos, they look absolutely amazing. You can see the meat just on top, and of course it's covered in this green sauce with onions, and of course on the bottom they put some beans. But of course, first thing we gotta do, we gotta get some lemon and just squeeze the juice on top. Oh yes, that is gonna be absolutely amazing. They've also got some salsa here, so I'm gonna put a little bit of salsa. I'm gonna put on the red one just a little bit. Oh, this looks absolutely delicious. And of course, they've got some salad, like some vegetables and cucumbers, which we're gonna put a little of that as well. All right, time to wrap it all up and give this taco a try. It is absolutely massive. So let's go in for it. There's so many things going on, so let's walk through it. First, this is the only type of taco I've ever had where they put beans on the bottom, and that is such a great addition. The beans have this like nice, soft, sort of smooth texture, adds a little bit more flavor to it, so the beans, absolute plus. First place I've ever had with beans on the bottom of the skin, so really good. The meat, absolutely amazing. What I love is on the meat, the outside it's super crispy, char-grilled. You can see he's roasting it over the fire, and inside it's still nice, soft and juicy. So the meat is definitely a win. The salsa is once again nice and spicy. This one actually hits you right at the front of the mouth once it enters. But overall, the spice level is absolutely just intense. It gets at you. But really, the beans add such a different flavor, and the best part is, because you're adding so much spice, so much salsa, the beans provides this like accompaniment that's soft because it counters the spice. Really smooth, really fluffy beans on the top. Absolutely amazing. I mean, these are really delicious. Come here for the beans, come here for the salsa. Absolutely amazing tacos. Our first stop of the day here in Culiacan. Wow, that has got to be one of the best tacos. I mean, what's really unique is that they have those beans there, and that bean texture just adds something completely different to the flavor. All right, that was 25 pesos for 2 tacos. Absolutely worth it. Let's go get more food. All right, well, next stop is probably gonna be a surprise one, but we went to a place known as NG. Now, apparently, here in Sinaloa, sushi is a really big thing, which I'm still shocked by. I didn't know sushi was a thing here. And apparently sushi here is a little bit different than sushi you would find elsewhere in the world. So you've got to try out sushi apparently. Now, I got a sushi known as mar en tierra, which means that it's ocean and land. So hopefully it's gonna be a mix of some seafood and some land animals, if that makes sense. All right, so obviously this is a little bit different sushi. You can tell first, I mean, they put a jalapeno, a roasted jalapeno and roasted onions on the side. Who does that for sushi? That is so Mexican of them to do. But obviously we're gonna go in and try one. We've got a piece of sushi here. And what I'm doing is I'm just gonna dip it inside the soy sauce. Oh, and I submerged it inside the soy sauce. Ooh, it's a little bit deep fried and crispy on the outside. Let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, I love this. First, they literally deep fried the outside of the sushi to make it crispy on the outside. That's genius, and it's so delicious. It's absolutely amazing. The flavor on the side, you've got some beef, you've got some shrimp, but to me, what's really unique is that texture of that fried rice on the outside. It creates like a coating almost, like of a crispy coating outside of the sushi. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. That is so good. I did not expect sushi in Mexico, and apparently it's like a very local, it's Mexican food, Mexican sushi. The reason it's so unique here is because a lot of people from Japan and China came over from Asia over to Sinaloa because it's right on the west coast, and they set down roots here. And what happened is that they sort of mixed the two cultures. So that's why you've got jalapenos and roasted onions, something you would expect at a taco joint, mixed in with sushi. They've combined the two cultures together to create this beautiful fusion of food. And it's absolutely brilliant. I would not complain about it at all. If sushi and the rest of the world could be like this, crispy on the outside, deep fried, that would be amazing. Of course, that stall, NG, sells a lot of other different sushis as well, so be sure to go try those out. But this one right here, Mar en Tierra, really delicious. I got 6 pieces for 59 pesos, which is a little bit pricey, but absolutely worth it. What an interesting bite that was. I mean, sushi in Mexico, Mexican sushi. It never occurred to me that that would actually be a thing, but if you learn about the history of Sinaloa, you know, the people who came over, then it just makes sense, you know, it makes sense why they have Mexican sushi. They have a fusion of Asian food and Mexican food, and we're gonna see this in other videos in Sinaloa of Chinese food here especially. There's so much Chinese food that is around here because so many immigrants have come here, so I'm really excited for the Asian food here especially, but hopefully we're gonna keep getting a little bit more food.
Tamale de puerco, bueno, sí.
Next up of the day, we've come to a place known as Tamales El Güero. They're a very famous place that during the day is super popular for their tamales, of course. I got the tamales with pork because that's what somebody recommended me, and it looks amazing. It's covered in like layers and layers of just corn wrapping. So finally, we're gonna give it a try. Let's go in. Now, the texture of that is pretty simple. It's kind of like a Chinese rice dumpling. You've got a layer of flour on the outside, and then inside you've got the meat. A layer of starch on the outside with a bit of meat on the inside. But I love this because you can taste onions and pork inside, and the pork is in big chunks. You've got big chunks of onions, big chunks of porks. They do not skimp on the ingredients inside the tamale. And I absolutely love that. The pork inside, I mean, it's just melts in your mouth. It just disintegrates. It's so soft. It just disappears. The salsa, obviously a little bit spicy, adds that flavor, but you've got like a tomato citrusy thing going on. It's actually a little bit tomatoey, a little bit ketchupy, and I absolutely love that about the tamale. But it's so delicious, and it's gonna fill you up because there's a lot of starch in that. I mean, the tamale itself is about 15 pesos, so absolutely worth it. You've got the ingredients inside. You've got onions, you've got pork. I mean, that onion that's caramelized, it's down, you know, it's cooked down, it's soft, mixed in with that meat. It's just one big soft mess inside, and it's a soft mess that I absolutely am happy to get into. So definitely when you're here, gotta try out the tamales. It is absolutely delicious, and make sure to put that salsa because that salsa brings that little kick, that spice that will help to increase the flavor of the tamale. Wow, that has to be one of the best things I've eaten today. I mean, the tamale is so unique. It's like a Mexican rice dumpling, as I'm telling you. And the outside, but the inside, that meat, that tender pork that's just been cooked down with onions and potatoes. That is truly the star of the tamale. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Okay, let's go see if we can find something sweet to eat. Well, unfortunately, it seems like everything is already closed. I mean, it's literally just hit 9 p.m. and everything's closed. I can't even get water. So there's definitely no way I'm gonna be able to get dessert. So I think I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here today of food in Culiacan. I'm really excited. I mean, a lot of places here, they look so delicious, but they're closed so early. I mean, it's only 9 p.m. But hopefully tomorrow we'll have a full day here. We'll be exploring all the food here. We'll be trying out a lot of the new different things here, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys in the upcoming videos. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.